I think we finally fixed the technical difficulty. I literally just did the whole thing and I don't think a single person saw it. So we're going to try this again. I am just so happy to be here. I'm going to quickly just double check and make sure that this is really showing, because I felt like I really said some good stuff. Oh, someone's here, because I was like, I saw some really good stuff and literally nobody saw it. I feel like I was in slow motion. Even though I feel like I really said some really good stuff, nobody heard it. Nobody heard what I had to say. So I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad it looks like I'm actually showing up this time. Because I was talking, I'm like, I don't see anybody. And then it kept saying, bad connection. And I'm like, how many times can it say bad connection? But you know what? Apparently God wanted me to have one practice run in. And then I would come back and do it again. So, you know what? We are back. We are doing this again. It looks like we are actually showing up, which is some good stuff. And that's what I want. That's what I wanted. I just wanted it to show up and give me a little Facebook love. So thanks for coming on, Kim. Thanks for coming on, Dr. Otis. Thanks for coming on, Ingrid. So thanks. I appreciate you all being patient with all of my technical difficulties. But you know what? We're back. So I'm not going to even give that any more space and time. So tonight I'm here with Growth Groove with Dr. Erica. You know I'm here on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're a little late today because we had technical difficulties, but we made that happen. So tonight I'm here to talk about 5 ways to make the most out of the rest of 2020. You might be like, Dr. Erica, why are you here? Why are you talking about that? You know what? Because I don't want you to get gaslighted because 2020 has been unpredictable, because 2020 hasn't been exactly what we thought it was going to be. I often hear people say 2020 is canceled, 2020 sucks, 2020 is terrible. And people just being so focused on all of the disappointments and what they don't have, what they can't do, the vacations they're not going to do, wondering if they're going to get sick, wondering when things are going back to normal, that I wanted to do something, because you know what? Time is still moving, and I want time to move in a way that we feel good about, because we can't get this time back. So if we sit around and we're just like, we just threw our hands up and we just said whatever for the rest of 2020, then we'll have a whole year and we will have walked through the entire year. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. So let's go ahead and get started. So, quick thing, if you think anybody needs this, please tag them. Think anybody else needs this, please share it. Also, if you're watching it later, no worries. Put hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. Please give me comments as we go along. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're feeling about 2020. So the first thing out of the 5, so number 1 is think about what you have done. So my friend Dr. Jada talks about a to-done list, but think about everything you have done and accomplished, because it's so easy to get wrapped up in everything that didn't go right or what you didn't do. Is to think about what you've actually done. And I can pretty much assure you that when you look at everything you've done, everything you've accomplished, everything that you have conquered, you're going to be totally shocked. You're going to feel so good about yourself when you actually think about it. It will actually make you feel good. And you know what? Part of this is we're working on our mindset, and we're going to use the law of attraction in our favor. We don't want to haphazardly use it against ourselves. We want to harness it to help. So by thinking of what we've done and what we've accomplished, it also puts you in a space of gratitude, puts you in a space of positive energy, attract more positive. You got it? Let's move to number 2. Don't just focus on what you haven't done. So this is how you'd actually be using the law of attraction against yourself. If all your focus is just on what you haven't done. Number 1, no one feels great when they think about everything they haven't done or everything they wanted to do that they didn't do. You're going to feel bad, and that's going to bring negative energy. When you throw out that negative energy with law of attraction, more negative energy is going to come to you. You do not want that. Nobody wants that. So don't just focus on what you haven't done. And it's so easy to do. It's so easy. Number 3 is think about what resources will help you do whatever you want to do, whatever the goals you have are. So, and these don't have to be big things. These don't have to be big ticket items. Hi, Dr. Leisha, and hi, Dr. Jaquel. They could be something as simple as getting an accountability partner or identifying friends that can help you. One example is if you want to eat healthier and you start watching videos, or you get a healthy eating cookbook, or you watch like my super friend Dr. Monique's show and get some good recipes, or you have a wellness coach. But there are a million different things you could do. Or if there's some goal you have and there's some knowledge you need, and you know you need to read this, or you need to take a class, or you need some things that, like if you want to do a vision board, you know you need the items to do the vision board. You just need to figure out what resources you need. For me, one of the things I was working on was finances, so I ended up having to get a financial planner and a new accountant. But you just need to identify those resources so that you are empowered to do whatever it is you want to do. And it could be something as simple as if you're doing a staycation and you realize there's some things you need for the staycation, you need to just figure those out, make them happen. All right. Number 4 is ask for help. And when I was talking the other day on Dr. Carol's show, we were talking about taking action. And for me, asking for help is an action. It is definitely an action. And asking for help doesn't always have to be you're in crisis. It could be something as simple as you need someone to check and make sure you exercise, or to give you some pointers, or to listen to you, or you need some additional support, or you're feeling bad. Just don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask for help. And if there may be tasks you want to do that you are the best person to do. I don't need to be doing my taxes. I need to ask for help and get an accountant. I don't need to be doing my own taxes. Does this look like I do taxes? So you just need to ask for help for the people you need. And I see Michael just joined. Hi, Michael. You know, you might need someone to help you figure out the best ways to work out for your body, or to get you where you go. You could call Michael. He's a personal trainer. At least he used to be. I don't know if that's what he's doing these days. I haven't talked to him off Facebook for a little while. But just ask for help. Get the help you need. The last one, number 5, is have hope and grace. So this is all in that line. We're talking about mindset, is believing things can get better. So you have to have some hope that they can get better. Believe they can get better. Believe the rest of your year can be better. And the next thing is give yourself some grace. None of this is a perfect process. We're all dealing with a lot of things that are new. And things are changing every day. So every day it takes different adjustments. So give yourself some grace while making those adjustments, while having hope that things can get better. So we're talking today about 5 ways to make the most out of the remaining part of 2020, because you know what? I don't want you to say 2020 is a wrap, 2020 just doesn't count, or 2020 is like the missing lost year of your life. I want you to be able to still have a good year, even though it's not the year that you expected. You might be able to have some major growth and come out of this even better than you went in, even though the situations may have been janky. So quick reminder, if you know anybody that needs this, tag them. If you know anybody else that could use this, please share. Sharing is caring. The other thing is, if you're watching it later, no worries, #replay. Let me know how all of y'all are doing. Let me know if you have any concerns about the rest of the year. We're going to do a quick recap, because we're going to talk about these 5 things one more time in case you weren't on there, in case you need a little review. Number 1 is focus on and really think about what you have already done and what you have accomplished. Make a to-done list. Think about all the things you've done. I bet you're going to surprise yourself, and that's going to bring more positive energy and gratitude. Number 2 is don't focus on what you haven't done. Don't just focus on what you haven't done, what you've lost, or what you're frustrated about, because that's going to bring a lot of negative energy. Plus, it's going to be like a little rain cloud over hope, and it may also reinforce you feeling down or dysphoric. It can also make you feel more anxious. And when you feel dysphoric or anxious, you might get more irritable, which can impact your interpersonal relationships and your productivity. So I don't want you just to focus on what you haven't done. The third is identify some resources that can help you. Identify what you need to get where you're trying to go. Identify people that can help. Identify services you may need. Identify their tools or things you need. identifying them and get them. Earlier I used the example of I was working on my finances. I needed a financial planner. We talked about someone that's working on their fitness may need a trainer. They may identify workout videos, a workout group. They might identify some people that are trying to do some work on themselves might identify a common community. So like I did a Facebook Live this weekend with Dr. Carol. She has a group called Meditation Nation, and people actually get together and they meditate together. But it's just finding the things that will help support you in whatever you are trying to do. Thanks for coming on, Melissa. Great to see you. And the fifth one, the last one, is have hope and grace. You need to believe. Hi, Dr. Alexia. Believe things can get better, which means you have to have hope. You also need to have grace so that you can give yourself some space while you figure this out. This is not something we're all used to. There are so many things being thrown at you, so many things that are different. You're adjusting day by day, and you're going to learn a lesson every day. But give yourself the grace to learn and not be perfect so that you don't then get down on yourself and then start feeling bad, which starts this little snowball, like the little hamster wheel of you feel bad, you feel like you're either unproductive, unsuccessful, or you just had everything taken away. And the more down you feel, the more tired you feel, the more you may emotionally eat, and you'll just feel worse and worse and worse. And I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want that for you. So thanks for joining me tonight. I know we had some technical difficulties, but I'm so glad you made it. Thanks for coming on, Dr. Rita. I just want to encourage everyone to find some hope and believe that 2020 can still be a good year. 2020 can still be salvaged. I know some people that 2020 has actually they've had some of their best months of their business. But the thing is you have to believe that 2020 can get better. You can believe that this is going to be your year, that things can still get better, that you can grow, that something can come out of this, that you can potentially deepen love with you, reconnect with people. Just there's so many things you can do. And thanks for coming on, Flora. I have a comment. Thanks you so much for this positive energy. Thank you. My focus is to stay positive and motivated and be thankful for what I have and for our family. And it's important because it always sounds like a cheesy when you say attitude of gratitude. But that attitude of gratitude puts you in a space of positive energy, which gives you more power to move forward and to do what you were meant to do, which means living your purpose, being able to serve from the overflow, and being able to be in a position where you're not just constantly surrounded by loss. And I also want you to be in a position where you have the mental fortitude and the emotional support to be able to manage the losses that may be coming with this season. People have all kinds of losses, from people themselves are getting sick, their families getting sick, people are dying, people are losing their jobs, people are having to find new ways to work, new ways to connect. There's so many just changes and things going on, but I want you to be prepared to do what you need to do. Now, as we talked about, one of the things was ask for help. And there are times where, some Facebook Lives, some meditating, some healthy food, a diffuser, and some aromatherapy candles just won't do it. That's okay too. So some part of asking for help is knowing what you need. And if you think there's a point where just emotionally things are just too much for you, there's no shame in just getting a little help, because we'll get checked out for something physical really quickly, but we don't always get checked out for our mental health. And sometimes you just need a checkup. Have someone check in to make sure, is this something that I got a problem with, or is this just something I can work through and I don't really need any help? And the kind of cool thing is, now that I've been doing my telepsychiatry practice, and some people I get are just kind of trying to get a checkup, make sure there's nothing else they need to do, that they're okay. And that's something great I think everyone can do. But if you feel like you're feeling overwhelmed, well, if you're in Georgia or Tennessee, give me a holler. Go to AskDrGoodwin.com. That's AskDrGoodwin.com. You can get a free 15-minute consultation with me. We can see if my telepsychiatry practice would be a good fit for you. It's a great way to get privacy, high quality care from a Harvard-trained psychiatrist. You lose all that travel and commute time, and I do really personal interventions that are holistic. So if you're interested, I am here for that. Now I have a few announcements. Guess what? So Tomorrow I will be on. I have a secret to tell you. I can't wait. I'll be on at 6 o'clock to tell you the secret. Hi, Mom. So tune in at 6 tomorrow, right here. Hopefully we won't have technical difficulties. I have faith. Then Thursday at 7, I have a super special guest, my super friend, Dr. Yvette, who is an excellent ER doctor and also specializes in travel. So she's like the travel doc. It's going to come on, and we are going to be talking about ways to survive this urge to travel. People are just going stir crazy. Some people travel was their main way of coping with things. And they're trying to figure out how to deal with the fact that they have this urge to be gone and be out. But it doesn't necessarily work with pandemic life. So I'm really excited to have her on Thursday. That's Thursday at 7. And then Friday, I'm going to be on with Dr. Lisa talking about imposter syndrome. So stay tuned for that. So I just want to say thanks again for coming on. Same prescription as always. Make sure you tell at least one person that you love them. They'll tell you they love you too. And you know what? Your love bucket's going to get full. I want to give some love to all of y'all. Giving all y'all. And yes, Melissa, she says we need tips for lack of travel. We are struggling. I know folks are on the struggle bus on this lack of travel. Just total struggle bus. So I'm really excited about bringing that to you. It's going to be really great. So thanks again. Have a great night. Thanks so much for having patience with me and my electronics. And please take care of yourself. Give yourself some love. Give yourself a nice big hug. And I love you.